Okay, what this video is going to be about is restamping engine numbers. If you buy one of these used Japanese engines, they also call them JDM engines. A lot of times they have different numbers on them, and you can't have the emissions test done here in the state of California if that top number doesn't match. And this bottom number here doesn't really matter. It's the one where the engine that I got says H23A. It needs to say H22A4. So what we're going to do is take that number off. I'm only showing you how to do this on the part of the old engine, and you can just file this, and you can put more pressure on it back here, and you can take just the back numbers off and not the front ones. And then I'm going to have to make a holder to put these dies in that I bought from Harbor Freight, and I'm also going to have to buy one more set because I'm going to need two of the number 2s, and it needs to all be stamped together where they don't look like they've been re-stamped. Yeah, another way you can remove the numbers is with one of these things with sandpaper on a roll-lock disc. It works good. And one of the big problems with doing this is this block moves around too much where I can't hit it good. But what you've got to do is draw a line across here, and you can't put all these dies like this, or there's not enough room. But I can actually restamp this and make it look like an H22A4 engine. Yeah, another big problem with this, it looks like it was just stamped. So now we need to make it where it looks corroded like the rest of the engine. And I'll show you how I think this should work. Yeah, it also works best to use one of these dead blow hammers to stamp this. So what I'm going to do is mix salt and water together, and then I'm going to put it on this gauze and stick right on that spot. And I think that will give it the corroded look after a little while. Yeah, I put quite a bit of salt and mixed with this water, and it's on here. And I'm going to leave this sitting for a few days and see what this looks like. Yeah, and when I do the actual engine, it will look a lot better than this. One of the big problems is this thing moved around so much that I couldn't hit it where it was solid. And another problem is I'll spend more time lining everything up to where everything's straight. That's the hard part, is getting the numbers. There's only enough room where you can barely get all the numbers in there. So as we can see here, salt water's had almost no effect to this. It would take way too long to do what I needed to do. So I also just went and bought hydrogen peroxide. That will rust metal. I don't know what it will do to aluminum. And I bought Easy Off oven cleaner. Easy Off will definitely have an effect on aluminum, but maybe not the right effect. Okay, so now I got the hydrogen peroxide on there. So I'm going to let that sit for a day and see what happens. Okay, so here's what the numbers look like before I fixed it. Yeah, so after putting hydrogen peroxide on these numbers, it looks just about right. And if you need to get way down in there, you can take these Harbor Freight stamps and weld something to the end of it, because they're only like $20 for the whole set. You definitely want to hit it only with one of these dead blow hammers. And this might not be legal. That's why I'm doing this only on an engine that's been cut in half. Yeah, and most shops that do emissions testing, if they saw those numbers like that, they would think that's the original numbers. And I could do a little better job and get this straighter if I took more time doing it. Yeah, and this is up here is what Easy Off oven cleaner does. But I think the hydrogen peroxide makes it look more like the way it's supposed to be.